Over the last couple of months, I've collected every single Pro Cycling Manager game ever made. And well, in today's video, I want to play Cycling Manager 1, the first one in 2001, for the very first time. That is, if I can get it to run. Oh snap, it is actually working, and wow, that is way more blue than I expected it to be. And I must confess, going into this video, I didn't really know what to expect from this game, because I didn't play games back then. Actually, I didn't even watch cycling yet. But okay, it's time to calm down and explore Cycling Manager 1. I can't believe I'm saying that. On the left side we've got single player and multiplayer, but I don't think the multiplayer servers are still online. But if we take a look at single player, it looks like we've got 3 game modes, starting off with Season, which sounds like a 1-year career mode. And well, the other 2 game modes, Tour and Stage, are basically the same as one of Race in PCM 26. For example, in Tour you can play a full stage race like the Tour de France, while in Stage you play a single stage of a race or a one-day race. Now, you and I both know this is my first time playing this game, so I think we should start off with a simple sprint. Gotta say, it took me a while to find the race I wanted, because the font in this game is barely readable, but Champs-Élysées, let's do it. And of course, as you'd expect, that brings us to the team selection page, but the stats are different. RR, RI, I don't know what that means. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gonna check the manual of the game. So it turns out that's RA, not RR, and it means global rating. RI means riding, CL is climbing, DH is downhill, as expected, then sprint, then endurance, then recovery, then acceleration, then agility, which that's crazy, intelligence, and discipline. We don't even have those stats in PCM 26. Like, imagine if you had an agility stat in the new PCM games that defines how crashable a rider is. I'm sorry, but how is it that Cycling Manager 1 had these stats in 2001 and PCM 26 does not? That is crazy to me. So I was scrolling through these teams to try and see which team had a solid sprinter, and then I saw the last team, US Pistol. It is both funny and sad that the unlicensed name of US Postal is US Pistol. And of course, on this team is Lance Armstrong, or should I say Lance Armstring, with 80 climbing stat and not the best climber on the team. That is Roberto Heras with 85 climbing, so the same maximum as PCM 26. Wait a second, I was wrong. 85 is not the max on this game because, well, Mario Cipollini has 87 sprint stat on the team of Psycho. And to be honest, I think this game will be really difficult to play for the first time, so I might as well pick the best sprinter in Mario Cipollini. So I think we need to click the subscribe button, which is a crazy name for that button, but let's go. And actually, on that note, you should also click the subscribe button below. Anyway, I think it's time to start our first race on Cycling Manager 1, the Champs-Élysées Sprint. And actually, I don't know what to expect from the in-race experience. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm looking at. I see spectators on benches. I see riders ready on the left to start the race. On the right, I can see a list of my own riders and some controls that I don't know how to use. So at the top, I can see the profile, and it looks like we've only done like 5 kilometers. So I've got some time to figure this out before the sprint. So if we take a look at Savoldelli, we see a yellow lamp icon, and that means that he's currently being controlled by AI, just like all my riders. That is good to know. It looks like the green button with the S is the sprint button, so that's logical. The big red button is attack, and the red button on the right of the lamp emoji is the relay button. I gotta say, this is the most unclear UI I've ever seen. The 1, 2, 3 buttons on the right bottom of Savoldelli means that I can feed him 3 times, and on paper, if I click this number right here, I can actually see the effort bar. So I can up it to 99 to 100, and now on paper, Savoldelli should start accelerating, and he's doing that through the peloton, and it's costing blue bars. So I think the blue bar is the same as the red bar on PCM 26. Honestly, I think I've mastered the game, so let's begin with an attack by Paolo Savoldelli into the breakaway. Come on, buddy, there we go. Anyone else up the road? No, we do have some chasers here, and Jan Ulrich is attacking with me? That's crazy. It's a flat sprint, buddy. Get in your lane. Oh, my guy is spending so much energy to the point that I'm gonna drop his effort down to 40 again. I'm in the breakaway door, actually. Is it just the peloton? I think this might just be the peloton. But okay, it looks like a bonus second sprint is upcoming, so I think I simply want to attack with Savoldelli, but actually, everybody's starting to attack now. It's like everybody's sprinting now in my wheel, trying to get that bonus second sprint, but I'm gonna beat you guys. Come on, buddy, the sprint is upcoming right there. We took the bonus seconds. Let's go! But okay, I've switched away from Savoldelli to Mario Cipollini or Sprinter, and I'll try to slowly but surely move up in the peloton now. Because, well, I don't think this game has the concept of a lead-out, so I have to position myself. In the last 16 kilometers of this race, and how far am I? Oh, pretty far from the front, and they're sprinting for bonus seconds again, but I don't care too much. I'll try to keep myself on 85, which is a lot, but I need to move up. Come on, Mario, last 8 kilometers of this sprint stage. I'm pretty much at the front of the peloton now, so maybe I'm going a bit too fast on 91. Let's drop that to 86. Actually, I'll keep it high, because I don't want to lose positions in this next downhill. 4 kilometers to go on 99 100 effort right now with 3.5 kilometers to go. I can sprint already, but I'll wait a bit longer. Let's launch right now. That's way too early, I think, but I'll try. There goes Mario Cipollini, and I am spending a lot of blue bar right now with 2.5 kilometers to go. Mario is launching. Come on, Mario. Launch it, buddy. Last kilometer. Come on, Cipo. Last 600 meters. We launched a super long sprint, but there comes the finish, and Mario Cipollini wins our beautiful one-off race, our first sprint on Cycling Manager 1. Oh la la, look at our boy on the podium. He looks like a square, but he won the race, so I'm not complaining. Race is over. Please press OK. Okay, that's one way to end the race, but we've done it. We've won. And of course, considering I'm basically an expert at this game now, it's time to take on a mountain stage. And I think I might have found the perfect one from the Giro 2001, Imperia to Sant'Anna di Vinadio, with a really nice climb as a second last one. Looking through these teams, I'm getting so many nostalgic feelings about Stuart O'Grady, for example, at Crédit Agricole, but also Baby Thor Hushovd, with 67 sprint only, but yet to become a fantastic cyclist. Okay, I found our second rider with 85 mountain, Marco Pantani, not exactly a surprise. But actually, I will play with Mappe Quickstep and Stefano Garzelli as my climber with 83 climbing, so should be pretty decent. But the reason I picked this stage is the second last climb, the Colle della Foniera, which is one of my favorite climbs in Pro Cycling Manager because it goes up to 2,500 meters altitude. It's an absolute monster of a climb. But okay, our race is about to begin. I don't think much will happen in the first half of it, so I don't think I'll go in the breakaway. I'll try to focus on Garzelli, on the second last climb and the last climb, but my riders are not exactly starting. There we go. Finally, they're off. Like, there's a couple of gaps at the front of this peloton, especially at the very front. Actually, no. There's no gaps, so I'm not sure breakaways work in this game. Then again, it is literally my second race, so how would I know? Is it cheating that I'm just watching the race and letting the computer control my riders for the first half? But we've got some attacks. We've got Felix Kurdinas, I don't know who that is, and Andrei Kivilev. Like, I could be wrong, but I think Andrei Kivilev crashed and died in a descent at maybe Paris-Nice 2005 or something, where he was not wearing a helmet because it was not mandatory yet. And as a consequence of his crash, helmets did become mandatory, so it's a nice consequence, but it's sad that this man had to die for it to happen, you know? Anyway, on the slopes of the third climb of the day, and the gap to the peloton is quite significant, but I just realized I don't think there's time gaps in this game. That said, it looks like Euskaltel and Banesto are doing it for me in the peloton together with Kelme, so I don't have to do much. Oh snap, in the peloton to the top of that climb, Lance Armstrong is starting to pace with Roberto Heras in his wheels, so US Pistol is trying something. And actually, over the top, Marco Pantani is also at the front, so I gotta keep an eye out here. Garzelli is not too far behind, so we're well positioned. So, the break is starting the second last climb of the day now, which is really scary, especially because the group has expanded. It's not just Kivilev now, and what is the gap to the peloton? I don't know, but I don't think it's that big. I do want to try and move up a little bit on this climb with Stefano Garzelli, because my position is not too fantastic. Pretty far back, actually. There we go, buddy. Gradually moving up through the group, and we're doing so on 72 effort, so we're spending a bit of our blue bar. But okay, this is the front of the group, so let's drop it back down to maybe 58 or something. Oh, that's an attack from the peloton. Richard Virank is attacking for Domo Farm Frit, and we've got no response in the peloton. Livingston responding, then Lance Armstrong behind that. Do we have Heras as well? Yes, Heras is attacking on the second last climb, and I'm not responding. I want to keep my energy a bit longer. Well, Marco Pantani has attacked everybody and now has a solid gap on the group behind, where I'm kind of trying to chill with 78 effort, but there's a few riders in between, I think. Is that Armstrong? That's Peña. We've got Pantani getting caught again, so his attack failed, and I'm still doing my own tempo, so I think I'm doing the right thing. By the way, I forgot to mention, with 5k to the top, the breakaway with Kivilev still exists. Then again, the gap to the peloton is so minor that I'm not scared. And of course, in the peloton, my competition is spacing, so that's great for me, Victor Hugo Peña of US Postal, while we're just chilling in the second row. At the end of the day, I think it's all about energy management. Ooh, the group is slightly speeding up to the top of this climb, so I'll up it towards not 99, but 87 maybe? Any gaps here? Not really, so we're still pretty close to the front of the peloton. But Pantani is attacking once again, and I don't like that, so let's up it towards 92 and try to close down any gaps that form here, because this is a gap and I don't like it. But then again, Pantani got caught the last time he attacked, so should I really be doing this? I think I'll sit up and try to recover in this downhill, because this climb is done for. And well, Virank is closing the gap to Pantani in the downhill for us with a tiny gap on the group behind, led by legendary descender Paolo Savoldelli, so that is awesome to see. I'm trying my absolute best to recover as much as possible in this downhill, so I'm on 48 effort. Maybe that's too much even, so let's drop it towards 39, but there is a gap in the peloton now, so I don't like that necessarily. Vinokurov is closing it for us, so that's a good thing, but do I still have the wheel? Yes, I do slightly, so let's stay in the wheel. But okay, the final climb is about to start, Sant'Anna di Vinadio, and the breakaway is caught, so it's all up to the peloton now, and we are in a good position, yes indeed. Garzelli is back at the front, and he's pacing too fast, so let's drop it to 47 effort. It's still a massive 21 kilometers of climbing, which is crazy. I'll keep myself on 74 effort in just about 10th position right now. I'll be honest, I don't know how long my blue bar would last if I attack now, so I think I'll wait a bit longer. It is kind of scary that no one's attacking on this climb, to the point that I think I might be waiting too long, but that's a move right there by Niklas Axelsson. Never heard of you. In the last 12 kilometers, and I think I'm going to start speeding up to get to the front, because I want to attack this peloton at about 11k, 10k to go. There we go, last 10 kilometers, and our attack is coming. Garzelli attacks from the peloton. Let's go, buddy! Fly, buddy, fly! There we go. We got a gap. Do we have any response? No. Lampre is pacing. Or our blue bar is flying down, so that's maybe not great. I'll do my own tempo now on 84, something like that, 82, but my blue bar keeps on melting. Was attacking a mistake? Come on, last 4 kilometers out of blue bar, 100 effort, buddy. Stefano Garzelli with a gap on the peloton where Lampre simply keeps on pacing, but no one's attacking. 1.5k to go. Come on, buddy, you can't sprint right now because you're out of energy, but Lampre is coming, but I think we have it. 1k to go, and there come the sprinters. We've got Virank launching, Bobby Julich as well, but I think we have it. There we go, celebrating our second win in a row. Uncontested, because no one attacked, and we did, but Garzelli wins. But I must confess, that was a pretty anticlimactic victory. I think the final climb might have been such a weird one that we did not get a all-out battle between GC riders, but our man is on the podium, so I'm not complaining. I do want to try one last proper mountain finish to have actual competition, you know? Alpe d'Huez at the Tour de France 2001, I think that's gonna do. I'm sorry, but it's actually crazy that this game came out in 2001 and Oscar Sevilla was already a rider in the game, and he's still a cyclist in real life in 2026. I think he rides for Colombian Conti team Medellin. That to the side, I think I want to ride with Lampre this time around and Gilberto Simoni with 83 climbing stats, so should be competitive. And well, this stage is actually a monster stage with the Madeleine, the Col du Glandon and Alpe d'Huez at the finish. This is going to be a tough one. So the riders are ready and the stage is about to begin, and I think my strategy will be fairly simple on this one. I'll play defensively, try to survive, and attack on the final climb. Just about 30k into the race, and we do have a breakaway of a single rider, Dmitry Konishev, with a small gap on Zira Beitia, but I think that's the peloton, so yeah, a one-man breakaway. On the slopes of the first proper climb of the day now, the Côte la Madeleine, 24 kilometers, so a serious climb, and the gap towards the Marco Pantani? What? Really? With Heras in the wheel, so the big climbers are moving. And it's fair to say Gilberto Simoni is not exactly in the perfect position, pretty far back, but it's only the first of the 3 proper climbs, so I can afford to have a bad position on this one. Past the halfway point of this climb now, and the gap towards the peloton is still the same, so I think this guy might actually make it over the top of the first climb. My man is cooking.
12 seconds later.
Oh snap, I might have spoken too early because Roberto Heras is about to pass the first man on the road and lots of riders are attacking through the spectators now, so not exactly super safe. Lots of riders going for the KOM point maybe? Yeah, it looks like this guy wants the KOM points, but I don't care too much. Gilberto Simoni is actually pretty far to the front of the group now, so that is perfect. Let's try and stay there because I want to stay in position for the next climb and of course for Alpe d'Huez. Now it's time for the second climb, Col du Glandon, 18k, so quite a serious one and no attack, so just pacing in the peloton. Gotta say, nothing happened on this climb. It's about to finish. Simoni is still in a pretty decent position, so I'm ready for the next climb and the last one, Alpe d'Huez. There we go, the gradients are going up and the climb is officially starting with 14 kilometers to go and we are in a perfect position, so let's keep it that way. I feel like climbing on this game somewhat feels like a Mexican standoff. We're all waiting for someone to attack while a random team is pacing. And of course, we did win the last race we did, but that climb kind of leveled off to the finish line while Alpe d'Huez does not, so I'm waiting a bit longer to attack. In the last 6 kilometers and people are speeding up, but I think I might want to attack pretty soon right now, so let's go right now. We've got a move right there by the blue man. I don't know who that is, but I'm going as well, and it looks like Marco Pantani and so forth are following me, so this is terrifying. We've got Pantani and Garzelli in the wheel, and I'm trying my best to keep on attacking, and hopefully we can work together until the finish. 4k to go, and they're both in my wheel at the moment. No Heras, no Armstrong. Ulrich is trying to cross together with Oscar Sevilla, but it looks like we're putting Garzelli in a little bit of trouble. Wait a second, I'm running out of blue bar. My blue bar is empty with 2.5 kilometers to go. This is looking really bad. I've got one more food, but they're attacking and they're out sprinting me. Pantani is attacking with Garzelli in the wheel, but I don't have anything. I'm trying my best, but it's going to be a podium on this final stage because Marco Pantani is the best climber in this game and is winning atop Alpe d'Huez ahead of Garzelli, and we finished third, which, to be honest, we deserve. But hey, 2 victories out of 3 is a pretty good run. And despite this game being 26 years old, I've actually really enjoyed playing it, so I might do it again in the future. But actually, I would love to know, what was your first Pro Cycling Manager game? Drop it in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.